Hey and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So my name is Beth and I'm a seamstress and freelance knitwear designer, and this is just the start of another 2-week vlog. If you've been here before, you probably know the drill. I just sort of show like what I'm making and designing and like the process and everything. So if you caught the last one, it's the same day that this is sort of continuing on from. So I finished my granny square jacket today and I've washed it and it's blocking. It's really hot today, hence like the no makeup. It got up to like 30 degrees today, which is not a common thing in England. So I'm hoping it's going to dry pretty quickly. I'm going to be writing up a pattern for that one, but yeah, I was working like pretty late last night and I was working on it pretty much for the whole day today. I think I said like in the last video I was feeling like a little bit delulu and like I'll just finish it in like within the day, and I actually was able to. So yeah, I'm glad that that is done, because that one I should probably put like a photo up on the screen or something, right? So the first sample I made last year was in acrylic. I used it as a stash buster. The one that I've just made is alpaca and mohair, which is not the nicest thing to be working on when it's like really hot and sweaty, but I want to wait for it to block before I take the final measurements, because there are some differences between the two. So like the rib of this one was knit, the collar and everything. Obviously the fibre, I don't know how, I think it has bloomed like a little bit, like it has grown a little bit, but I've tried to sort of pin it smaller. I don't want to stretch it at all. So after that is dried, I'm going to start writing the pattern, but probably won't be until the weekend now. It's Monday night, but I'm working from tomorrow till Friday. So my goal was like, if I get it done today, then it will be dried by the time I have another day off. But yeah, it's Monday evening, it's about 6 o'clock. So I don't really have time for like too much more today, but like honestly I'm feeling pretty like, I don't know, a little bit done with the crafting today, considering I have literally been working on this all weekend for like the past 4 days just to try and like get it done. But as it is the start of another video, I thought I'd just quickly show like where I'm at with this other current whip. So yeah, this is the cables raglan design that I've been working on. If you saw the last, I think 2 vlogs I've been working on this. This is my own design. So yeah, I think I've nearly finished the body on this now. Basically, I wanted to finish the body first so that I could put the button band and the neck on and then see how it looks before doing the sleeves. But I'm also like a smidge concerned about how much yarn that I have. So these are the 2 balls that I have attached to it currently, and then I have another 7. This is drops Nord, I'm holding it double. So I did buy 15 balls in total, so this must be ball 7 and 8, but I kind of wanted this to be like quite big and oversized. Let me put this on. So obviously the thing with cables is that they're gonna like bloom and open up. So in case you missed those videos, this top section has been blocked. I like mid-blocked when I got to here. Obviously there's no neckline or anything on it yet, but this is sort of where the body length is at. So this is like, my hips are like here, my waist is like here, so I guess it's like literally dead in the middle. But yeah, so I kind of wanted to keep going on the body, but then I'm worried if I keep going on the body, then I'm not going to have enough for the sleeves once I've done like all of this bit. So I'm not sure how much longer to do this for. I feel like, is this cute? I don't know. But yeah, I obviously have been working on like alpaca and mohair all day, and the drops Nord is a wool, alpaca and polyamide or like nylon mix, because it is a sock yarn. I feel like it's like a smidge hot to be working on it anymore. I'm kind of like a bit done with that today. So I think what I'm gonna do is maybe carry on working on some nails. I started this set, you'll have seen it in the last video if you watched it, it was literally yesterday, of like these different fruits. I don't know if you can see, like sculpted them. It's like the cherries, like a little apple with the bite taken out of it. This is gonna be a banana with like the little peels, and then like a bunch of grapes. Obviously I haven't gotten to the other ones yet, but the problem that I was having was that the like hard gel was just really sticky and runny because I think it's just melting in the heat. So I don't think I'm going to work on this set, but I did want to do like a sort of beachy, like mermaidy, I guess, inspired set with like pearls and stuff. And I also have like these little bits, I don't know how well you can see, they're like these little like, I don't know, flat pearly things. So I think I might start another set of nails just for something to do this evening, because I have like another load of like just clear tips like stuck to this other stand, so they're also covered in mohair. But yeah, might do this, but obviously we'll update on that cardigan as we go. And yeah, I think that's probably what I'll be working on for the next few days. I think on my lunch breaks I'm going to take my iPad to work and start writing up some of the like diagrams and like construction charts for my cable cardi, because it's so hot at work as well. Like I don't really want to be taking a whole project to work on, but might also cast on something new this week in crochet, or maybe even start knitting a pair of socks. I'm not sure yet, but obviously since we finished one thing we can start another. So yeah, as always we'll just take you along with like the next 2 weeks, and then I think yeah, after next week, the week after, I'm going to Denmark. So I'm not buying any yarn because I'm really like holding off for the yarn shop in Denmark. But yeah, we'll see how much we can get up to. And then because what I would really like is to finish the cable knit cardigan, and then I've got some yarn that I want to cast on a new stockinette piece. Don't want to get too much into the design because I'm really excited and I think it would just be fun to show as I'm making it, but I would like to take that with me because firstly it's like one colour, and secondly it's like predominantly stockinette, so I think it will be an easy thing to work on like on the go. But the same with the socks, I think it will be easy because I'm flying on my own. I'm meeting my boyfriend there, so I don't want to be like bothering everyone around me on the plane with like my knits and stuff. But anyway, I will catch up with you once I've done something, as always. I've just finished working on these nails, so I didn't do any more on the fruit set. I think I did show it, but I wanted to do like a really like pearly like sea sort of themed. I have ordered some more bits that are meant to be coming, but they're not here yet. But just in case anyone's interested in nails, oh, you can't see that at all. Okay, so like this is what they look like. Yeah, not like the most interesting set that I've done, but I think they're still pretty cute. I particularly like these ones. So these are the ones that have them little bits of like pearl in the middle, and then I put them in like this hard builder gel and then put chrome powder around the outside. I don't know, I think that the silver looks kind of nice. Same on that one, if you can see it all. But yeah, so as if you're not interested in nails, but I think they're pretty cute. I think it's been like maybe 2 evenings since I last updated, but I feel like I have been making good progress. So I guess I'll show you my cables cardi first. So last night I casted off on the bottom rib. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to stand up. Okay, it's a little up close and personal, but this is what it's looking like. I would have wanted to, in like an ideal world, wanted to go longer with the body, but I'm a bit concerned that I'm going to run out of yarn, because obviously like cables eat yarn. I've still got to do the button band, the collar, and obviously the sleeves, so I just didn't want to risk it. And what I'm thinking is like this will probably grow a little bit in length anyway in blocking, because things normally do. So yeah, I want to do a double knit button band on this. I've never done double knitting before, but I think it will look really nice. So I think that's the plan for this evening, is learn how to do double knit. I also realized today that I forgot to change down a needle size when I did the rib, but I think because it's all like sort of cables and rib, I don't think it really matters. And when I block this, I'm gonna like stretch it out pretty far anyway, so I'm hoping this will just all lay flat. I don't want it to cinch anyway. But yeah, I feel like now I'm in like the home stretch of this. I feel like whenever I finish bodies on things, like I'm hoping to do the button bands and the neck tonight, and I feel like I always fly through like sleeves. I think obviously this will take me like a bit longer because it is so overly cabled and everything, but I guess I'll show you the back quick. But yeah, this is what it looks like. I didn't do Italian cast off or anything on the body. I just did like on the knit stitches, I just knitted and pulled it over and then purled on the pearls. But I did this on my own linen cardigan and on my 2x2 rib jumper. I don't mind it for 2x2 rib because I feel like when you block it, it like levels out pretty straight anyway. So yeah, this is the inside. But yeah, I'm loving how this is turning out. It's quite heavy as well. I feel like this can be really warm. And then I have literally just, as I've walked in the door from work, taken my granny square jacket off the blocking mats. I literally put this out on Monday evening, I think, which must have been when I last updated. I can't even remember now. But I wouldn't wear this necessarily with a white top, purely because this is like an off-white, and I think it like really shows when I've got an actual white garment on with it. However, this is how she came out in the, this is the alpaca, and then obviously the rib collar and button band and everything. So I did do this slightly different to the acrylic one. So on the acrylic one, the rib comes to like here, and let me show you. It just gives it a bit of a different look, I feel. So yeah, you can kind of see here. Basically what this does is it gives it the illusion of a collar stand, whereas this, when I blocked it, I literally pulled this down flat. I might have even put a clip in, you might have seen. And yeah, this is literally just like dead flat. But I think this is so cute. I'm glad to have one in a neutral, and I can obviously start actually writing up the pattern now. I also was a bit concerned about these buttons because they're quite like thick and chunky, but they actually don't weigh down the front. Obviously these want to naturally fall open, but yeah, I feel like with this kind of collar as well, it almost gives the illusion of like a collar and lapel when you wear it open, because obviously the rib just basically meets at this right angle here. But let me stand up. So yeah, I mean, I don't know if I put in a clip of me wearing it before, but I basically stretched this loads. So when I first did this rib, I did this in 3mm and it was hurting my hands so much. So these two and the collar are all done in 4, and I'm going to write the pattern for 4 because I think it's better, honestly. But because obviously the bottom was in 3, it was proper cinching in. So yeah, made sure when I blocked it, I had it buttoned and I just pulled it flat, and then obviously pulled it down so that nothing is cinching. Obviously if you want to go for that look, then you can go for it, but that's just not the look that I was going for with this one. So yeah, I think she's cute. Obviously, like I said, gonna be working on the cables, and I am writing a pattern for this, so yeah, hopefully we'll get to that soon. It'll probably be after my holiday, to be fair. But yeah, I'll check back in with you when I've probably put the button band on. So it's the next day, as always. I really did not think that this was going to take as long as it has. So I've been doing the double knit button band on this, managed to figure it out. I did frog the first one because basically when you like knit two together to connect the double knit to the body, like the actual button band to the body, I was meant to be knitting through the back loop and I was just knitting normally, so I had to frog and then knit through the back loop. But this is what it's looking like. My tension is all right. I'm hoping that it will block out a little bit neater, just like especially the sort of edge stitches. But yeah, let me hold it this way. So no, the other way. This one I'm knitting from the top down, so obviously this is going to be the side with the buttons, and then yeah, I'm just hoping to get this done tonight and then hopefully to start on the other side. But I probably won't finish that side just because this just took so long. Like this is like 3 and a bit maybe hours of knitting, which is just like crazy for this little strip. But obviously every 2 rows that you do in double knit is actually only like 1 row in normal knit. But yeah, I think it's just nice to have a bit of variety, so why not do the double knit. I also ordered these tags, which I'm not convinced that I love, but I just got some samples of them. So when I was selling garments, I had little tags that just said like Fashion by Beth, and I do still have some of them, like some left, but I wanted to get some bigger ones just because I quite like the way that they look, like quite a big tag. But yeah, like I said, I just don't know that I am completely in love with these ones. So this is, let me hold them individually. These are what they look like. I don't know if this is going to be backwards for you. Sorry if it is. They just say like handmade and then they just have Fashion by Beth. So this is actually like red and pink, but they've come out like a very similar colour. And then obviously this one's just blue and green. This one I thought was going to be quite a bit smaller. Like I thought this one was going to be like the length of this and then like thinner, like half the height, because that was sort of the size that my old ones were, because I quite like this like size wise. But yeah, I don't know, I just don't know if they look a bit like, I don't want to say childish, but I'm just not sure. I think what I would like to do is maybe like develop a logo and then get that printed instead of just the words. But yeah, they're fine. Just wanted to see what they would look like. The quality of them's absolutely fine. These are just from Contrado, if you were wondering, but they don't have many font options. I think that's maybe what I'm not a huge fan of, is just like the font. I don't know, but I'm gonna keep knitting and I will obviously update as and when we get a move on with this button band. I was kind of hoping to have this done, like this whole cardigan done, maybe by like mid next week, so that I can block it and then take it to Denmark with me. So I'm trying to like speed through it, but I do have, well, I'm working and I have plans, but yeah, like fingers crossed, because I don't want to leave it too late to block, because then I'm concerned it won't be dry in time. Like it's still warm, but it's definitely not as hot as it was. Like it's pretty overcast, so yeah, like fingers crossed we can get a move on with this. And then I think I said I want to start a new project to take that with me to Denmark, because I know that if I take this I will definitely finish it, and then I have to take 2 quantities worth of yarn, whereas I could just take 1 and then buy more. So yeah, we'll see. So it's Saturday, which means I do not have work today. I am meeting up with some of my good friends that I haven't seen for literally ever. I think we can do like some charity shopping and then just go and like sit somewhere, because it's quite a nice like sunny day. So I'm going to take this to work on. I don't know if I updated once I finished doing this side of the double knit button band, but this is just like what it looks like. So if I work on this, it will literally just be probably just working on the other side, but I need to take some stitch markers to mark out where I want my buttons to go, and also like really quickly decide what buttons I'm gonna use. But yeah, I don't know how much I'll actually get to work on this today, just because I don't know like exactly what it is that we're doing, but just gonna take it just in case, basically, you know, always have something just in case. But yeah, I think considering this is my first time doing double knitting, I think it's actually come out like okay. Don't get me wrong, it's not like the best, and I feel like maybe I shouldn't have picked up on every row, but then I'm also thinking once I block this, I'll just try and block the rest of it like lengthwise in line. My only concern is that I don't want to pull the cables down too much, like if that makes sense. Obviously I want to pull the cables this way, but they're gonna have to go both ways, so we will see how that ends up. Also put on my new nails, which I'm not going to get too close up because I have glue literally all over the tops of my fingers, but they're just the I don't know if this was the set I was making in this video. It's just like the like pearly like kind of C set. Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, obviously we'll catch back up in a bit. Sorry if this clip is a bit wobbly, I'm like holding this a little bit precariously, but I bought a new, what's this called, like desk tripod, which is why I'm holding this, because obviously it's meant to be fastened to a table, but it's got like a fat ring light on it because I need it to be able to film something with my hands that I won't get too much into, like filming my hands knitting. Oh, it could be cool to do like some nail videos as well, but I wanted to test the lights to see what they look like on camera. So obviously this is like no light, and then yeah, this is like one of the options. Obviously can put like the brightness up and down, but then this is like the warm one. And yeah, this is defo like too blue. I think this one's probably best, but yeah, let me know what this looks like, because if this looks good, like yeah, this is like hardly any, I obviously will try and film these like evening clips with this ring light thing on, but yeah, I'll have to see how this looks like on video. But I basically needed it because it like you can aim it like down at whatever it is you're doing, so it's pretty cool, but it is like humongous. I did not think it was going to be this big. I also did do a little bit of knit today with my friends, but like not loads. I feel like because it's the double knit button band, like it is taking quite a while, but I've done like 2 buttonholes, but I think I'm gonna need to buy some new buttons. I don't really like the ones that I've picked out for it, so we will see how that goes. But tomorrow I need to pack for Denmark, so I'm hoping to get a lot of knitting done, because like I said, I want to finish this sort of like hopefully midweek, but we'll see if that ends up happening, depending on obviously the button band's taking me ages, and then obviously the sleeves are all like cabled and stuff as well on a small circumference. Maybe I'm getting a bit ahead of myself, but I feel like I can push myself to finish it, but I just might have hand cramp by the end of this week. So yeah, this is literally how far I got today. You can't really see, but these are the buttonholes. I think they just sort of blend in. So yeah, I'm literally this far up, and this is the size of this tripod. Which is ridiculous, but it's pretty late. I'm just gonna keep knitting for a little bit and watch some Gilmore Girls and then go to sleep. I'm trialing this new desk tripod. We will see how it goes, but a bit of a different one, I guess. I have bought some stuff to make some stitch markers. I wanted to make some for myself. So there's a couple different types. So these ones just have like these little cubes on them. I don't know if I'm gonna put in the time lapse or not, because you literally can't see me doing anything in it, but maybe I will. But yeah, these little ones, so I literally only use pretty much stitch markers that go like onto the needle, like slip on like this. I find that they're the easiest to use, apart from if I'm clipping like a certain stitch, like a repeat or whatever. So I did get some of these little like clasps as well. But yeah, there's like these little cubes, and then these stars as well, which are, I thought that these were going to be the same size, but obviously they are significantly bigger. But I think these would be quite nice with like a chunkier project. They're quite big, but they're not actually very heavy, which is what I was worried about. But yeah, this is on like a bigger, if I put these side by side, you might be able to see it's like on a bigger size hoop. So there's those ones, then these ones, which are honestly like a bit of a ball ache to make, but they're like these little flowers with like these little, can you see? I'm not sure what the lighting situation is like, but yeah, they're like these little flowers, and then with like 2 little leaves on them, which I think are really cute. These are really lightweight as well, just sort of dangling down. And then yeah, I got all of these little charms, which are just like different, like yarn, sewing machine, like scissors, like yeah, just sort of different things. And where's the one that I've done? Oh, here it is. I think because these are bigger, they'll be a bit awkward to have on the needle, but I thought with like these little clasps, they'd be really cute like further down your project if you need to like mark a repeat or something. I don't know, I'm just having fun making these. I'm maybe considering trialing like selling some of these in sets, so maybe just let me know if that's something you'd be interested in. These ones are definitely my favorite, I would say, or maybe the flower ones. I thought that these would be a little bit smaller, but yeah, I think they're cute. I think they'll be cute in like a little set. Maybe just like I'd sell them in sets of 4 potentially, or like maybe the option for like 4 or 8, just because I feel like the main time that I use stitch markers is predominantly like for raglans, which are obviously at 4 points, but then I do sometimes use 8 because if I have like a wider raglan increase point, then I'll have like a marker either side. But yeah, I don't know, let me know if you like them, because these are just sort of for me. But like I said, I think these would maybe be cute just to sell in little packs. We're trialing the new ring light, so bear with if I look a bit shiny, but it's Sunday evening. Today's been like a bit hectic because I had to pack for Denmark and stuff, but obviously I sort of showed earlier, I was like making these stitch markers, which is just a bit random, but yeah, this is kind of what they look like. But that's not what I'm updating. I have just officially cast off the neck for my cables cardi, and I've done all of the double knitting. So I guess I'll quickly just put this on. So you can kind of see I have a million ends because I obviously, so when you do like the buttonholes on the double knit, you have to like knit each side separately, so I had to keep cutting the yarn. So I have got all of these ends to weave in, but I decided to do a double folded collar, because I feel like this cardigan is getting pretty heavy. I'm like almost 100% certain I will run out of yarn. I've ordered 2 more balls, but they're not the same dye lot, so I'm just kind of like hoping and praying. What I'm probably going to do, because I have like 4 and then most of one left. So I'm gonna like knit with 2, knit with 2, split the last one, and then hopefully I only need the other 2 balls for like the cuffs and the end of the sleeves, so as long as it's like even. But this collar like does look pretty chunky, but I'm hoping that once I block this it will flatten, because I find that that does happen a lot of the time. Same with like the double knitting, it does feel quite thick at the moment, but I'm just hoping that washing it and stretching it and stuff will improve that. Obviously this is meant to sit like over, but yeah, I just wanted it to be a bit more structured so that it held everything else up, because I feel like this is going to be sort of dragged down by the weight of it. And obviously because this has the Nord has like an alpaca content, so you know alpaca does tend to like drape and stretch more than just wool. But you literally cannot see, but there is like another buttonhole in the neck rib. I did also, I'm pretty sure, do the buttonholes uneven. There's like 2 that are further apart than all of the rest of them, but honestly I do not have the time or patience to go back and fix it. So this is what it's looking like. I ideally want to finish this on Wednesday if possible. I am working tomorrow and Tuesday, but if I can finish this by like Wednesday, latest Thursday, I'm hoping to wash and block it before I leave for Denmark. I don't leave until Saturday, but obviously I want to give some time for this to dry, obviously because it's quite thick. I'm concerned that like inside the collar and that won't dry as rapidly, and it's not as hot here as it has been. But yeah, this is what she's looking like. I literally cannot knit on this anymore tonight. My hands are killing me and I do have work in the morning. But yeah, Wool Warehouse and Drops are doing like yet again another sale, and I told myself I was not going to buy any more yarn because obviously I do plan to buy yarn in Denmark, and I'm also being sent some free yarn for a like upcoming collaboration that I've got. But the Drops Air and the brushed alpaca silk has gone on sale, and I've been wanting to try them yarns for ages. And yeah, last time they had the sales they didn't go on sale and I didn't get any, and I was like, oh, I won't buy any full price because first of all they was going on sale, and second of all I don't need the yarn. But now that they have both gone on sale, I did decide to order myself some, and then yeah, obviously just 2 more balls of the Nord, so that should be coming this week as well. I think I will probably take the Drops Air potentially as my Denmark project, just because I think it's a bit lighter, and I do have a jumper quantity of the Drops Alpaca, but because I'd be holding that double, I have like 15 balls of that. I had the same amount of that as the Nord, and I just think that might be a bit much to manage because for some reason, so I'm flying with Ryanair, and the hand luggage is like smaller than most airlines, so I need to be like a little bit tactical, but I'll obviously show that when it comes. And yeah, I am gonna go to sleep and fingers crossed can work on this some more after work tomorrow and Tuesday, and then yeah, I'm off from Wednesday. But I also need to start writing up my granny square pattern. I've started doing like the construction diagrams, so like because obviously it's just constructed of like squares put together, instead of having like a long written pattern, I'm just going to primarily do like diagrams with written instructions to help. But I think that was the like best, like clearest way that I could come up with. So I need to finish grading and then I need to start writing. I'm going to take my iPad with me to Denmark, but I don't know like how much free time I'm going to have to work on that. So yeah, once this project is done, that is like the next big thing to be doing. But yeah, not much more to update beyond that really. This is really the only whip that I have at the moment, which is pretty good going. But yeah, I literally just have to do the sleeves now. Touch wood, sleeves don't take me that long. I can normally knit like almost a whole sleeve in an evening. Obviously this is cabled, which is why I'm sort of like, you know, including Wednesday, Thursday in my time calculations. But I just need this to be done ASAP, so I'll check back in with you later in the week. I'm gonna keep it so real, my room is an absolute state, so I hope that you can't actually see it at this angle. But I think it was in the last video, I don't think it was in this one, maybe it was, I can't remember now. So I tried to put this in the washing machine to see if it would shrink. Let me just figure out what's the front and back. Okay, so I knit this last year for hobby using their Friends Extra Fine Merino and the Friends mohair to write up a pattern for them. But I've covered this a couple times now, sorry if you're just hearing me repeat myself. It grew humongously and I didn't feel comfortable writing the pattern in this yarn because I didn't want to use this as a larger size in case it didn't grow as much for other people and then they ended up with things that were too small. Likewise, if I use this as a smaller size, I didn't want it to grow as much as it did for me and then it ends up too big. So I emailed Hobby and basically said I would be happy to purchase with my own money some replacement yarn in the Friends wool to basically reknit this as a second sample and use that to grade the pattern, because this is a superwash and I hadn't used superwash before. The yarn's really nice, it's soft and you know the colour selection is great. I have used this for a blanket as well, which I think it's much better suited to because it's not a garment that needs to fit, or if you knit a garment in this, just knit it smaller than you actually want it. But yeah, I have been on and on what to do with this. It's been like playing on my mind for like a year now, but Hobby really kindly said that they would send me the Friends wool to remake this since I wasn't happy with it the first time round. So that is what I've got here. I literally haven't undone this yet, so I thought we could do it together. So I've never used this yarn before, so this is a first impressions for me, I guess. So let me hold up the original and then I'll show you what colours I'm going to do for this time round. So it's obviously like an all over sort of like cables and eyelet detail with contrast trims on the like very end of the cuffs, the hem and the neckline. So I think I knit this with like the white in the merino and then the pink in the mohair. I don't know if I get closer up. Can you kind of see? Like you can see the pink strands running through the white and I think it looks cute, but honestly like it's not my favorite color on me necessarily, so I didn't want to use a contrast mohair again. And I've actually decided to not use mohair at all. So I basically want to do the body in, this is, I'm pretty sure, the off-white colour. I'm not, yeah, it's colour 2, which I think is like off-white. So sort of hold up. It's very similar like tonally, but it's just not got that sort of pink shade. This is just the merino. In fact, I think these might even be the exact same colorway, just in different yarns. But this I believe is a DK, maybe an Aran way. I think it's a DK. So yeah, I held the Friends Extra Fine Merino double with one strand of mohair for the jumper, but on this sample I'm just going to be holding one strand of this. And then because I already had this one with a green trim and I've got some other projects that are going to be in the works with like a lot of green in, I decided that I was going to do the contrast in this brown colour. So this is what they look like together. So this is in the colour 20. I can't remember exactly what it's called. I think it's Americano, but I might be wrong because I was looking at different browns. But yeah, this is what they look like. I think they look really nice together, so that will obviously just sort of be, I guess, yeah, this way around. So I'm really excited to work on this again because I love this like set of like motifs, I guess, which is also what I'm using for my current whip, which is the raglan, which I'll update you on in a second. But this isn't something that I'll be doing until I come back from Denmark. So yeah, hopefully I can get to this in September, but there are also like a couple of other things in the pipeline. But first impressions, this isn't itchy. I feel like the best way is always on the back of the neck, right? Yeah, I feel this looks so silly, but like this actually feels fine. I always get worried with like more budget friendly yarns that they're gonna be a bit scratchier, but this actually feels fine. Like, it isn't super soft, don't get me wrong. Maybe it will soften up after blocking, but it's definitely not got like that scratch that some sort of natural fibres have. But obviously this is my first time seeing these colours together in person. I think they actually look really cute. I feel like this will be such a nice like wintry jumper, like sort of Christmas time, like with a nice big like scarf on, like boots and like a big coat. So yeah, I also thought like the brown would maybe go with more than the green. It's like just a bit more of like a neutral instead of something that sort of stands out so harshly, and it would just sort of like frame the garment. So yeah, I'm really excited that this has arrived, and I will be getting to this when I get back from my holiday. I also have not made as much progress on this as I would have liked to last night. It's just been a bit of a faff, like packing and like whatever's gone on in here. It's like an absolute bomb site right now. However, I have started on one of my sleeves. So as you can see, like the pattern just continues down, and then I'm doing decreases underneath the arm. I don't know how's the best way to like hold this. This is not helping. Right, yeah, here. I don't think you can see at all. Can you see, like, so this is under the arm, and then this is going to start decreasing inwards, and it will obviously progressively get smaller, and then it's going to have double 2x2 rib cuff to sort of match the rest of it. The only thing I'm worried about with this, not only do I think I'm going to run out of yarn, but I'm just worried that the pickup rate I did on the button band was too frequent. I picked up every row, but I didn't go down a needle size. So I feel like it is sort of like bulging at the front, but I think it might be okay once I block it, because I do intend to stretch downwards on the body. So as long as the button band sits flat, then I can just sort of like stretch and play with the rest of it. But yeah, this is where I'm at. I actually like low-key love this collar. I was a bit concerned that maybe she was a bit too chunky, but I actually think it looks really cute. So yeah, these are where the buttonholes are. I don't know if I showed. I think I said, but I don't think I showed. That middle button is too low. Like, well, this is a stitch marker, but yeah, so this gap here between the buttonholes is way bigger than this one, but there's no way I'm going to go back and change it, so it's just between like me and like everyone on the internet that's watching this. But yeah, the plan is literally furiously speed knit on this as much as I can, because I would like this done before I go to Denmark. So yeah, I'm going to keep working on this tonight and just like hope that my hands don't give out before my willpower does, because that's what I'm scared of. They have been cramping a smidge, but overall I really love how this is coming out. Obviously this is the same motif as the jumper. Lastly, I know I sort of showed some the other day, but I have been making some more stitch markers. I'm finding it really addictive. I don't know why. So I was in Hobbycraft for work the other day, and I basically picked up some more beads. I don't even know how to show this without spilling all of them. I'm gonna put these down, but I thought I could quickly show you some of the different ones of these that I've been making. So a lot of them are just like little, I guess, like spherical, like ball beads, but really should have had something to like hang these on. Okay, so there's this little one which is like kind of turquoisey. These are just one of each. I do have like more actual stitch markers per thing. This one is like black with these little, I don't even know, like they kind of look like little watermark, like watercolor paint, like little dabbles. This is like not a good way to be showing them, hang on. These ones, which are like these little cute little stones. This is similar to the black one, but they're a bit bigger. Oh, you can't even see the colour. They're like a really deep red on the inside. And again, they've got like the little speckly bits. This one, which is purple, if it would stop dangling. And then these ones, which the blue ones I feel like look like little blackberries. Let me hold this up, okay. And then these ones I feel like look more like little disco balls, but I just think they're so much fun. And then yeah, obviously the ones that I was making the other day, like these and the little like ceramic cube ones. But what I've been doing, because basically you have to slide them onto these sticks and they have like this little flat bit at the bottom, but the holes of the beads have been too big, so they've just been sliding off. So I've been putting like miniature beads either side to keep them secure. But my friend visited Japan earlier this year and she bought me these little pots of beads back, which I'm terrified that they're gonna like ping open while I'm doing this. I'm gonna like literally pinch them for dear life. But yeah, these are just like all these little mixed ones, and then obviously these as well, which are just like literally the cutest things ever. So I've been incorporating them into the stitch markers. But yeah, I think I said like these are literally just for myself, but I have accumulated so much. And don't get me wrong, I already had a lot of beads. Me and my friends, like her included, really just have a love for like making like tacky jewelry. So I have so many beads and like jewelry making stuff. But yeah, these are for myself, but I'm potentially thinking of like listing a few sets of them just to see if there's any interest to sell them, because I didn't even intend to do that, but I did not realize how big these packs were when I ordered them, and it feels like very excessive to keep hold of all of these for myself, and I only really have 2 friends that like knit and crochet that I could possibly gift some to. So yeah, maybe on my Etsy I will list some of these at some point if anyone, you know, wants them or not. But yeah, I need to really start knitting on that sleeve and really sorting out my room, the bits that you can't see very deliberately here. So yeah, I finished work today for the week. It's Tuesday. I only worked Monday, Tuesday this week, so obviously I've booked off time for my holiday. I leave on Saturday, so what I'm thinking is I'll vlog until Saturday and then we'll start a new one for Denmark. But we're gonna see if I can get this cardigan done, because I would love to take it with me washed and blocked. And I'm not concerned that I can't finish it this week. I'm concerned that it won't dry if I leave it too late. So yeah, fingers crossed, I'll let you know how that goes. So I'm pleased to update, my room is clean. Not that anyone cares, but it was a faff. Also, which you probably care more about, I finished the cardigan on, finished the sleeve on my cardigan this morning. So this is what it's looking like. Obviously I am anticipating that when I block this I will be sort of stretching this out. I guess I can put it on, but I ordered 2 more balls of this and I actually don't think that I'm gonna need it, but the dye lots, even though they were different, they did still match pretty well. So this is what it looks like. It's a pretty weird shape, I think, just because obviously the cables do like cinch so much, and obviously this sleeve is like a smidge short, but it always gets longer with blocking anyway. I did quite like a big cuff on this, so yeah, I literally just need to replicate the other side and then just stretch this out. I also got in my Wool Warehouse order. So yeah, obviously the hobby stuff was gifted, but these bits I did by myself. So I'd never tried the Drops Air or the Drops brushed alpaca silk, and I'd been wanting to for ages, and I was sort of like, oh, if they go on sale, and they are currently on sale. I don't know if they will be when this video goes up, but for me they're currently on sale. So I got the Drops brushed alpaca silk in, it's colour 27. I can't remember what the colour name is on the website, but it's like this really light green. It's not the mint green, it's the other one. I feel like it might be pistachio something, but that actually just might be completely wrong. I don't know how well, like how accurate this is gonna show up on camera, but I'm really impressed. Both of these yarns are very, very soft, which is always a win, and I'm gonna hold this single to knit a sort of cardigan thing in, which is nice because it's definitely like less scratchy than a mohair. So yeah, maybe this is an option if you're sensitive to mohair. And then I got the Drops, what is this, the Drops Air. This is, hang on, I've got the colour names here, let me tell you. So the alpaca silk is in Rainforest Dew, and the Drops Air is in Strawberry Ice Cream. So this is what it looks like. I'm still deciding how much I love this on me. I think honestly we're just gonna go with it. So this isn't like a completely flat colour. I think you can kind of see like it's sort of got different like shades running through it. So there's like a light pink, like a purpley colour, a more like orangey pink. So yeah, it's sort of like a little bit, I guess you'd call this like variegated, but this is what it looks like on me. I just feel like I find it hard with pinks with like my skin tone, I don't know. But yeah, again, this is super soft. I think this is the project that I'm going to take to Denmark with me, as long as all the balls fit in my hand luggage. But yeah, these are going to be separate projects. So yeah, I feel like you can probably see them a bit more accurately now the sun is not like blinding through the window. But I am, yeah, excited. These are like so squishy and it's so fluffy. This is like a chainette yarn, I believe. So it's basically like a chain of fibre, and then they like blow the alpaca fibres through it. Can you see that at all? So yeah, I'm excited about this. I feel like when I come back from Denmark, I may potentially do like a video going more into detail of like things that I want to make with the new yarns that I've acquired, because obviously I do plan on getting some bits while I'm away. So I guess that'll sort of be like an autumn winter like plans. So yeah, I won't get too much into that here, and obviously I'll sort of talk about this a little bit in the August podcast. But as of right now, we have got plans to go to the cinema this afternoon, me and my family. So I'm literally gonna sit and just try and knit as much as physically possible on this second sleeve, because I had hoped I'd get this finished today, but I think if I can get it finished tomorrow morning and on the blocking mats, it might potentially be okay. Tomorrow's Thursday, I'll be leaving Saturday morning, so yeah, that really is sort of the cut-off point. I mean, ideally if I can get this finished today, happy days, but I'm trying to be realistic with myself. Obviously these are cables on a small circumference on the sleeve, so my hands will give out at some point. But yeah, I'll let you know where we get to with that. And then I would like to do a gauge swatch, the tag fell off of this one, of the Air, so that I can wash it and block it, and then when I go I actually have some measurements to go off of for what I want to make with this. I literally just want to make like a stockinette jumper, nothing really crazy. I also really want to get to, I have a load of Suniscan Mandarin Petite in different colours that I want to make a zip up with, but I feel like that's too many colours to be working with while I'm travelling, because every row is going to be a different colour. I'm going to crochet it, so I think I'm going to save that for when I come back. The only thing is obviously that is cotton and it is starting to cool down a bit here, but I think I'll wear it just as like a layering piece, so that shouldn't be too bad. But yeah, I'm just trying to decide on the colour of this. I don't know, I think it is cute. I think I'm just not used to such a pink, but we shall see. I can't believe I actually managed to get this done, but I've literally just casted off my second sleeve for this and obviously put on all the buttons. I haven't weaved in any of my ends, and this is gonna need like a very good block, I will say. But here she is in all of her finished glory. I like the button choice that I picked for this. I like that they're a bit bigger, but I feel like they kind of go with like, I think this cardigan looks like a bit rustic, but yeah, I'm not going to try and fiddle buttoning this up. But hopefully with the blocking we can add a smidge of length to the sleeves. I always knit my sleeves a bit short because they will get longer, and then obviously want to sort of stretch it out so that all of the cables open up nicely and like all of the eyelet details. But yeah, it's currently Thursday, so I need to wash and block this like right now to have any hopes of it actually drying in time. I'm actually not too worried about taking it with me, like it will be nice if I can, but I just wanted to be able to take a new project with me because this is quite like a hefty jumper. I actually didn't end up running out of yarn. I have like one full ball of the Nord left plus like a bit of another one, so this is about 13.5 balls. But yeah, obviously you've got the double knit button band details. I find that the buttonholes are like hard to actually see in the double knit, which I guess is nice, but yeah, that's just sort of what it looks like if it's buttoned up. But I am hoping it's not going to be so like tight to the body, but it's really heavy actually, really thick and like warm. So yeah, I'm gonna get to blocking this and then hopefully we'll sort of be able to show maybe if it's dry before I leave. It's currently Friday morning, so I fly to Denmark tomorrow. So normally I do these as like 2 weeks. It's normally Sunday to Sunday, but I think because obviously I go tomorrow, which is Saturday, I think I'll probably end this video at some point today just so that the whole trip is in like one sort of video. But obviously I finished my cables cardigan yesterday. That's currently blocking. I'm not convinced it'll be dry in time, but at least it's done. So yesterday I knit up a gauge swatch using the Drops Air. So this is what it looks like, and I couldn't hit gauge. I'm using 5mm needles, but I had a look on the comments on Ravelry and like a lot of people said that their gauge came up too small, and I would definitely say that's the case for me. It's meant to be like 17 stitches, 22 rows for a 10 by 10 centimeter square, but I could only get to 9 centimeters. But I don't want to up my needle size at all because this is only just like opaque. So yeah, I just decided I was just gonna go with the flow with this gauge on 5mm anyway. So I have literally just been working on this morning because I wanted to get this sort of started a little bit just before I start traveling tomorrow, because I don't want to be like on the plane figuring out the maths for like a new jumper. But basically the idea with this is I just want like a really simple stockinette project, especially after doing all that cabling. I think just want something simple to work on. And I just only wanted to take like one colour like yarn with me to Denmark, honestly, because I feel like it's a lot to travel with like multiple strands and colours and stuff. And obviously I would like to buy some yarn like while I'm there. So as always, I like to try out new techniques with like every piece that I make. So I've been wanting to try out the European shoulder construction, which is very typical of, if you like petite knit. I've never, like I've said before, I've never knit a garment from her, but her like recent pieces sort of do follow this sort of construction. So it's the one where like the shoulder seam is like diagonal on the back, and then you like pick up here and come forward, so it's not like a raglan, but it is still top down. So this is sort of hard to show obviously because it's sort of curling. I've just been knitting the back yoke, so obviously this is quite a significant slant. This is almost like essentially just the back panel of like a raglan. So you can see like here are the increase points, and then yeah, I'm just going to be knitting down flat now. So this is where like the edge of this is where the sleeves will be, and then I will be, obviously this is the back, we'll be picking up from here and like sort of coming forward, connecting at the front for the neck, and then like knitting down and joining in the round, and then from there everything like the body and the sleeves are all going to be in the round. And then I think I'm just going to do like a sort of a simple like kind of crew neck neckline with this. But yeah, I've literally just been doing this morning. I'm really enjoying working with the Drops Air actually. It's really soft, like this is like the ball of it. I think I bought 9 balls of the Drops Air, so yeah, we shall see if that's enough. But this, I think I already said the colour name, I can't remember what it is off the top of my head, but it's not like a flat pink, like you can kind of see like there's different tones of pink. So yeah, I quite like how this looks. And yeah, you can kind of see like I didn't want to go up a needle size, I think that would have been too gappy. But today obviously I need to pack my hand luggage. I bought actually a bag that is like specifically the measurements for the like airline that I'm flying with for the hand luggage, and thankfully I think everything is gonna fit sort of knit stuff wise. I also today would like to work on the grading for my granny square jacket, because I have had people message me now about testing. I haven't put out a proper tester call yet, but just like of my stories and stuff, and I would like to be able to give them like a sizing chart so that they actually know, and so that I know as well like who has signed up for what, and like where maybe I will have to find some more testers per sizes. But yeah, just sort of taking it easy today. It is also my brother's birthday, but he just kind of wants to chill, so yeah, it's not too much of a big deal. But yeah, obviously I'll update with anything today. If I have time, I do also want to make some nails just for the fun of it, like because I do have this set still on. But yeah, I feel like I'm feeling quite inspired for nails at the minute, but really that's only like if I have the time, because we've got to leave at like 8 in the morning tomorrow, which isn't like excessively early, but I do want to get sort of like a good night's sleep, and I just want to know that like everything is kind of ready to go. I'm also going to take a sock project with me. I've not knit socks before, but I have bought the sock project book by Summer Lee, and it basically starts off with like the very basics, and then the socks get progressively more difficult and introduce sort of new techniques. So with the basic socks, they have like 4 different types of heels, so you get like heel flap and gusset, and then like a German short row, and then you know. So I have literally just taken photos of the pages of the pattern for the heel flap and gusset, and I'm just going to take some sock yarn. So if I do end up finishing this, or if I just sort of want a little something different to work on, like airport knitting, yeah, I will have the pair of socks with me. But I believe I only have the needle size in DPNs. I don't think I actually have, I think it's like a 2.5 or a 2.25. I almost definitely don't have that size in my interchangeable circulars. Let's see. yeah, 2.25, so I need to remember to pack them as well and get the sock yarn out. It's like a bright red, just like plain, no variegation sock yarn. I think it's the opal one. Bought it maybe like a month or two ago from my local yarn shop. So yeah, that will be coming with as well. But as of right now, this is my current whip, the very start of my current whip, and then yeah, we'll see how far we go. But I'll check in with you later today anyway, see what I can actually get done. I'm hoping to have like a really productive day, like low-key, so yeah, I will obviously end this video off a bit later on. As promised, it is later in the day, so I do have a couple updates. I actually frogged and completely restarted the back yoke of this Drops Air jumper. Basically, I wasn't happy with the rate that I was increasing, and I wasn't happy with the stitch counts that I had. So yeah, I mean, I only started this morning, but obviously this is what I've completely reknit this afternoon. So I've been increasing on every round, including the purl side, and I have literally just started to knit flat in stockinette basically, because here to here is going to be like the width of the body up until the sleeves. But yeah, nothing really beyond that to update on this. As I said earlier, I'm really liking this yarn, and I was a bit like unsure on the colour, but I actually do think I really like it. And since I got it out to put in the hand luggage, I thought I'd quickly show you. This is the sock yarn that I'm going to be taking with me. I feel like this isn't, oh maybe it is showing up vibrant enough, but yeah, this is a very vibrant, like almost pink kind of toned red. The label has come off, but I have got it. But yeah, it is just the opal sock yarn, and I have finished doing my construction charts for all the sizes for my granny square jacket. So I'm going to start putting this into a Google Docs and Google Sheets, which I haven't used before, but I think they're free and it saves me from getting either a Microsoft or Adobe subscription. I would normally write patterns on my laptop. I just think it's easier to use like on a desktop, but since I'm only taking my iPad to Denmark with me, I do actually have like one of these like iPad keyboards. Oh god, there's like a horrible reflection in that. Yeah, that's you. But yeah, I do actually have a keyboard, so I'm going to start writing it up on my iPad and then hopefully be able to get back to people ASAP, because I haven't actually put out a proper testicle, but people have just still messaged me on Instagram and stuff. So it just means that I can match up who I've got to what size, and then when I put out an actual testicle, I'll be able to like properly advertise what sizes I'm gonna need. But yeah, I think I'm just gonna finish this video here, because like I said, obviously I'm traveling tomorrow, so I think it will just be fun to go sort of straight from there through the whole trip. I don't really know how much I'm going to be able to film, to be honest, because I'm going with my boyfriend's family and I'm not just going to be sat there like, you know, talking to the camera and that. But hopefully I'll be able to put in some clips of sort of updates on this, and obviously socks if I get there, and fingers crossed I'll get to go to the yarn shop. On the way back, I actually have like a lot of time in the airport. I think it's going to be nearly like 10 hours, because I'm getting dropped to the airport, so I'm flying on my own there and back. I'm getting dropped to the airport, they're continuing on their holiday, and then obviously I'm flying back. But my flight is at 9:30 in the evening, and I think they're needing to leave in the morning. So if all fails and I hardly knit anything, that is sort of the time that I'm thinking. So yeah, if you're interested in seeing that, seeing how these projects end up, and also what my cables cardigan looks like completely finished, obviously stick around for the next one. Don't forget to like and subscribe and like all that rubbish. I'm on Instagram, Fashion by Beth, as well, if you're interested. And yeah, if you do want to test for me, if you're interested in the granny square pattern at all, just yeah, drop me a message on Instagram.